Hello, I am at the last day of the Pioneer Days Rodeo in Clovis. We're gonna get motorcycles. I came outside because they've got music playing in there, and then they've got the tractor, and they're cleaning up the dirt, leveling it out. So I thought, well, maybe I'll go outside and do my video. They haven't been playing the radio in past days, but for whatever reason, they did today. So we have had a lot of rain, which is not normal, and with the rain comes mosquitoes. So we actually haven't had, we've had next to no mosquitoes the last couple of days. Last couple of years. And now that we have all this rain, there's like these monster mosquitoes that have come out. And so we were talking about, well, why are they bigger? And, is it a different breed and what kind of thing? So I thought I would do some research. It's a loud bird. I thought I would do some research and find out how that works. So I went to two different places. One of them was Medline Plus website, and I learned about West Nile because that was part of what we were talking about, because mosquitoes cause West Nile, and we were just kind of wondering where these come from. So West Nile, if you don't know, is an infectious disease that first appeared in 1999. I didn't know that. It's not very long ago. Infected mosquitoes spread the virus that causes it. And people who get it usually have no symptoms or mild symptoms. The symptoms include like fever, headache, body aches, skin rash, swollen lymph glands, which could be something else. It could last for a few days to several weeks and usually go away on their own. But if West Nile enters the brain, it can be life-threatening, and it may cause encephalitis or meningitis, which is serious. They've discovered that by physical exam and lab tests to diagnose it. So like everything else, older people and people with weak immune systems, of course, are most at risk. I don't even know why they say that, because obviously that's the case no matter what it is. But there are no specific vaccines or treatments. And the best way to avoid it is to prevent mosquito bites. So I found a website. It was called Apple Pest Control. And they talked about how there are 200 different species of mosquitoes in the United States. That's crazy. One is too many, but 200 is just crazy. And there were 85 of those 200 are found in Texas. And they were talking about, well, are they dangerous? How can you tell them apart? How do they breed? What diseases do they carry? And so they kind of broke it down into 6 different most common mosquitoes that are considered to be public health concerns. So the first one is called the Asian tiger mosquito, and it's a small, dark mosquito with white dorsal stripe and banded legs. I know I've seen that one. They are strongly attracted to bite humans, but they'll feed on cats and dogs and other mammals and birds. They'll bite any exposed surface, and they bite outdoors and indoors, but they're usually found outside. I think all of them were usually found outside. These breed in tree holes, which made me think, well, we probably don't have many of those. Plants in containers as small as a bottle cap. So that's crazy. They can cause, and I don't know what all these are, Zika, West Nile, dengue, it's dengue, yellow fever, chikungunya. Not sure what that one is. Sounds like a Chinese food. They bite most often during the day, and they are active year-round. They can live for up to 3 weeks. The second one is the southern house mosquito. So it's a stealthy, medium-sized mosquito with a brown body color. They prefer to bite birds, but they may enter homes at night and bite humans, which is weird because they call them a house mosquito. Well, that doesn't make any sense. They're known as the main carrier of West Nile in the United States. Their habitat is they breed in polluted waters and containers. And they do carry the Zika, West Nile, and St. Louis encephalitis. They are active during the evening, nighttime, and early morning hours. The next one is the Western encephalitis mosquito. Probably tells us a little bit about what it carries. It's a black mosquito that has a white band on its proboscis, and it's the most important carrier of mosquito-borne viruses in the U.S. They prefer to bite birds and mammals, and they are strong flyers and fly up to 2 to 10 miles away from their breeding site. It's a long way with those little bitty wings. Their habitat, they breed in standing water, agricultural ditches, and poorly drained pastures. That sounds like kind of like here. They're most active in the few hours after sunset. The next one is the eastern saltmarsh mosquito. It's a medium-sized mosquito that has golden color on the upper side of the thorax. They mostly prey on mammals, and let's see, in the south they peak in the spring and fall. They breed in salty or brackish water, so that's not my part of the Texas, but I guess some parts of Texas. And they carry eastern equine encephalitis and dog heartworm, which I didn't know that was possible. They're mostly active at twilight, but can be they'll bite during the day if it's opportune. This next one is the one I think we're having hatch out now. It's called the dark rice field mosquito. It's a large and dark mosquito with a painful bite. It's distinguished by its dark and silver coloring, and it prefers livestock and can be found in parts of the country with pastures and livestock. They're excellent flyers, and they can fly 10 miles from their breeding site. They breed, it says, in rice fields and grass fields, which of course we don't have rice fields, but we do have large pastures that flood, and those are prime breeding sites. They are associated with encephalitis outbreaks. They are active during the day when disturbed, but prefer the early morning or late afternoon. The last one is the upland floodwater mosquito, and it's one of the most widespread mosquitoes in the world and is the #1 pest mosquito in the U.S. It can be distinguished by the white bands on the abdomen, and during the winter, it replaces the Asian tiger mosquito as the dominant floodwater species. It breeds in temporary rain-filled pools, roadsides, and ditches, and it carries dog heartworm. Usually bites during the night, dusk, or dawn, but it will bite during the day in shaded areas. So those are the 6 most common mosquitoes, and I have 4 ways to avoid West Nile virus, and I have pictures of all of those mosquitoes. I wish I could have thrown them into this video, but since it's live, it doesn't really work that way. But I do have pictures of those mosquitoes. If you would like those tips and the pictures of the mosquitoes, shoot me a message and I will get those to you, and I will see you all again tomorrow. Thanks.